Again, I just couldn't help but participating to point out the rank hypocrisy of those opposite who came in here again today and attempted to compare their pathetic record on workers, in this particular case nurses, compared to ours. I just remind the House that under those opposite, during COVID, when we had nurses performing the highest value duty to the community you could ever imagine, looking after our infected people in hospitals and exposing themselves to that disease, a 0% wage cap was enforced by those opposite. Then outside COVID, it was an average of 2.5%, resulting in wage suppression of $3,000. So the average nurse in 2012 compared to 2022, in 2022 they had gone backwards in real terms by $3,000 over a decade. Now you compare that to us, Mr Deputy President, who have been in power for 18 months, we've lifted wages, a 4.5% wage rise last year by lifting the wage cap, and indeed the current offer on the table would result in a 40% increase in nurses' wages. Now, as I said yesterday in Take Note, it's not everything that the nurses would like, and indeed we would like to pay them more. But if you're going to come in here and dare to compare your record to ours on working people, you must be joking. Seriously, you must be joking. On top of that, Mr Deputy President, we had the ratios which nurses were begging for over a decade, which those opposite did nothing about. Is it any wonder we couldn't retain nurses because they were stretched in the hospitals? The Minister for Health, to his credit, is now starting to implement those ratios. The nurses have had some very big wins in this area. Again, it's not everything they would like or even we would like, but it's a damn sight better than when those opposite were in power. We've got retention rates now of an extra 2,000 FTE nurses, and we've actually put on over 1,000 extra nurses. Again, these are people who helped us through the pandemic, frontline workers, and we were elected on a platform to deliver, and that's what we're doing. Is it as good as the nurses would like? No. Is it as good as we would like to pay? No. But we have limited resources, and we're doing the best we can within that limited resource envelope to make good on our election promises. And the reason you saw nurses out there yesterday is because they know that under this government they have the capacity to negotiate under a revamped IRC, which actually serves as a proper clearinghouse where unions can make their claims.